Honey Badger here. I got one of these toothbrushes that I've had for a long time, Braun toothbrush, and the battery's just kind of not really giving it too much oomph anymore. So I was going to try to see what's involved in replacing the battery. I've watched some videos, and some of them are pretty crazy. You pretty much have to take every part of the toothbrush off. I kind of think there's probably an easier way. So I'm going to try this. If you don't have any soldering equipment, don't bother watching, because you will have to be able to solder and desolder the battery on here. So just a heads up. So here we go. So you can actually see on the bottom of the toothbrush itself, there's a type. Mine's kind of worn, but I think it actually says 3756. And on the bottom of my charger, it says 3757. So I don't know if there's different numbers for the charger and for the toothbrush itself. But I'm going to assume this is a 3756. But this is what this toothbrush looks like. It's got the light in the back. So these instructions are good for this particular toothbrush, and the battery dimensions as well. The first thing is there's a little ring up here which I've already popped off, but you're going to need to get under that ring, under the between the white and the blue. I used this screwdriver, flat blade screwdriver, and popped it off. You'll probably want to keep your hand up top, because it will fly across the room if you don't hang on to it. Keep it from going off the end of the shaft. So that comes off like so. There you have it. And then next is this piece here, which, some people say, well, you can use the base of the charger, and you can just set this on here and then push it back and it will come off. I wasn't having much luck with that. It was a little too hard, so I ended up using just a large socket and stuck it in here and pried it in this direction. You might even be able to use the same screwdriver and just stick that in there all the way and just pry it to the back till this thing pops off. I'm going to warn you though, and they don't probably tell you this, but I'm probably going to break this piece off right here. There was a little bit left of it. I did it once, and then I popped it back on, and I was going to try, show you to pop it back off, and then the second time it just kind of came off completely, and that's it right there. So, this piece would probably need to be glued back on, super glued, maybe tacked on once you hook it in the back. There's a back attachment here, and then there was a front one here. So, FYI. So once you have that done, boom, that comes out, and then this whole assembly comes out like so. And of course the battery's still attached and everything, so if you press on this right here, this is the button that'll activate it. It'll turn on. So don't do that, I guess. So you can see the batteries is right there, and I'm thinking I probably just need to pop this off, and I just bend it out of the way, and I'll be able to desolder this one connection here, and then there's just another connection here, and I just don't see why you can't pull the battery right out. without taking everything else off. So I'm just going to try that. And if it doesn't work, I guess I'm back to using a manual toothbrush till I buy a new one. So I am going to have to desolder here and here, these two wires, to be able to pull this assembly off, this coil assembly. And then this is the battery connection on this end. So got some solder remover. Just gonna desolder those 2 points. I just took a little piece of swizzle stick to stick under here. You want to keep this from accidentally going off. You're resting your hand on here while you're soldering or something. You don't want it to accidentally turn on. So I'm just gonna stick this in here and keep that out of the way. Okay, I've got the end cap off. You can see the wires are still connected to their posts. You just got to get most of the solder off and then just work one end at a time after you loosen these, get these clips off the bottom here. You just got to kind of pry these clips out from where they attach, and then you can just kind of wiggle it out as you alternately heat up both sides. And now you've got the battery exposed, and so there's your battery connection, that solder connection right there. So once I desoldered this end, you can see that the tab is just pushed over onto the top of the board. And so if you just use a little screwdriver or something and you heat this up, you'll be able to lift up this tab, and then that end of the battery will be free. So the other end of the battery is tied on this solder tab, this blob of solder right here. So you want to suck that blob of solder out and leave these other ones in place, and just remove this blob right here with your solder wick. So you can see with the solder removed, you've got another little tab there that just needs to be bent up, and make sure it's just loosened from the pad, and then the battery will be able to slide right out. So I just used a really small screwdriver and got it back in this corner and just kind of wiggled it while heating up the pad with the soldering iron, and was able to get this tab loose. So the tab is, now I can just bend the tab up and I'll be able to pull the battery right out. So this is a Braun 3757 toothbrush. You can find the model number on the bottom of the charger. And this battery is 42 millimeters long by 14 millimeters in diameter. Most of the toothbrush batteries that I've been able to find online are 48 millimeters long. So, or they're 17 millimeters in diameter. So they might be the right length but the wrong width, or the right width but the wrong length. I have not been able to find one that is actually 42 by 14, and I measured. You will not be able to fit a 17 millimeter diameter battery in this toothbrush. So fair warning, I don't know if you'll be able to find a replacement battery for this, but if you can, this is really all you have to do to get the battery out. Well, I was able to find the right size replacement battery on eBay, and so now I gotta just kind of cut these tabs here to match this. Basically on the ends here, you can see on the positive side I need to cut off the part over on this end, and on the negative side I need to cut the part over on that side, the far side, to make those tabs small enough to go through the slots, although there's no slot at the end here. That one probably doesn't even need to be cut, but this one over here probably does need to be cut because that's a smaller opening there. So I got these tabs bent up, and I'm just kind of pointing that one in an upward direction, so it'll just, when I put it in, it'll slide along here, and then it should just pop right up into the space, into the hole in the board, and come out. So you can see the tab coming through right there where my finger is, pretty much in and out there. So I can just grab that and fold it over and solder it. Okay, I've got both tabs soldered in place. You want to double check, make sure it's a good solder joint, and try pulling up on the tabs, make sure they don't come loose, make sure they're soldered in there good. And now I just got to put the coil back on and solder here and here, solder those coil wires back on, and put it back together. So I did have to push in where that indentation is of the tab, and it goes down inside and comes back out. I had to push that down with a flat blade screwdriver to get that all the way down so that it looks like this. The tab was sticking out too far. So you can just push that down inside, and then you'll be able to put the coil back on. So you just want to get these two wires on top of the pads. Just kind of push them over if you need to get them on top of the pads, and then just apply a little solder here. Okay, let's just give this a little test. Just press this right here. She's working again. Probably needs charging, of course. They recommend you fully charge it and then fully discharge the battery 3 times before you put it into like your typical usage pattern. So looks like it's gonna work out okay. So I just need to slide this back in, and then put the spring in place, and I'm gonna have to glue this back in because the tab has broken off. So I'm just gonna apply a little super glue here and then push this up. I don't think I'll be taking this thing apart again ever. Oh, I'll just get a new toothbrush. But let me just put this back together then. Stick this back in here. This way. Through the top. Like so. And this cap is going to go snap on the top. I'm not going to do that until I've actually done the gluing and put this in here. And done the gluing of this piece. So the gluing in the spot I mentioned didn't really work. I guess it didn't make contact. So I cleaned off the top and bottom parts along here, and along here, and then just applied super glue gel on there and held it together for 60 seconds, and she's back together again. And charging. So hope this helps somebody. Honey Badger out.